Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Seymour Shore for this, the third game of round 8 in the National Premier League's New South Wales Men's 1 competition. Tonight it's Sutherland Sharks hosting Wollongong Wolves. As we just see the players shaking hands in the centre of the pitch there. Of course, Wollongong making the trip up to the Shire tonight, unbeaten through 7 games. And can Sutherland Sharks be the first side to knock them off in 2019? We'll find out in about 90 minutes' time. And this is how both sides line up tonight. Firstly, to the visitors, Wollongong Wolves in goals and captain, number 1, Justin Passfield. Number 2, Taylor McDonald. Number 3, Darcy Madden. Number 4, Nicola Djordjevic. Number 9, Thomas James. Number 11, Takaru Okada. Number 14, Harry Callahan. Number 15, Nicholas Littler. Number 16, Guy Knight. Number 17, James Stachewski. The substitutes for Wollongong Wolves, number 12, the reserve goalkeeper Luke Carey's. Number 13, Stefan Demoski. Number 19, Tori Musamichi. Number 23, Jordan Nikolovsky. For the first time today on the bench, the youngster, number 25, Brendan Lowe. Of course, Wollongong Wolves is coached by Luke Wilkshire. Now to the home side, Sutherland Sharks FC. They look like this tonight. Number 3 and captain Mark Warren. Number 4, Patrick O'Shea. Number 7, Juan Carlos. Number 9, Jeremy Cox. Number 10, Raul Benet. Number 11, Jordan Morphetus. Number 12, Blair Brown. Number 18, and in goals tonight, Mitchell Evans. Number 19, Harry Sutherland. Number 21, Tariq Erkan. And rounding out the first 11 for Sutherland Sharks, number 25, Brodie Clarkson. Substitutes tonight for Sutherland Sharks, number 2, Quinton Chang. Number 8, Mateo Polyak. Number 15, Thomas Papa. Number 16, Quivi Fowler. And number 26, the reserve goalkeeper, Mario Alexic. Sutherland Sharks is coached by Terry Palapanis. Today's referee is Tim Danaskos. The assistant referees, Matthew McCorris and Nathan Watton. And Brody Merchant is your 4th official. Of course, just the 2 changes for Wollongong Wolves tonight. Lachlan Scott copped an elbow to the face last week. He went through some surgery this week. He'll be out for at least 4 weeks. So Darcy Madden will be starting up top for Wollongong Wolves. And Chris Pace is out of the starting lineup. And Ben Tosi will have that central defensive role there in the midfield for Wollongong Wolves. Whilst for Sutherland Sharks, they have the 3 changes. Anthony Bazanis, who broke his arm last week against Marconi Stallions, is out. He'll be out for at least 6 weeks. In goals, Mitchell Evans replaces him. Cheng is on the bench tonight for young Jordan Mafidis, and Lachlan Everett has given up his starting spot tonight to Brodie Clarkson. See the first throw of the game with Taylor McDonald goes down the line. Looking for the flick on there was Darcy Madden. Will be another Wolves throw. McDonald with a throw in, looking for Callahan, headed away by Littler. Ball forward now. We're just looking for both sides to settle things down at the moment. McDonald there has more fetus. Infringement there picked up by the referee. Taken now by Warren. Finding Erkan. His first touch of the game for the Sharks. As they look to press into that Wollongong third, but Wolves now through Okada on the left-hand side. Down the line looking for Madden. Erkan comes across to clean up. Just wait for the ball to come back into play. Of course, there was a game played earlier today at Lambert Park, and it was a victory to Sydney United 58 FC by 3-1. So that's 2 wins on the spin for United. Whilst the round started on Anzac Day at Belmore Sports Ground. Sydney Olympic 3 defeating Apia Leichhardt Tigers 1. Callahan now, twisting and turning. Taken down in a solid challenge there by Erkan. Kiwis waiting for the ball. Finally have another ball. Thrown on the far side to the Wolves. Into the mixer it goes. Headed down by Madden. Patrick O'Shea clears to safety. Littler now with the head down. More feeders, first time. Up top, finding Jeremy Cox. Cox steps on it. Tries his hand from distance and not far wide there, Jeremy Cox. Of course, he is Sutherland's leading goal scorer this season, has scored 4 of their 5 goals. The ex-Sydney FC youth product. Finding home in 2019 here in the Shire. Spassfield looks to go short, but nothing happening for him, so he will go long. Up towards the halfway line now. McDonald, flicked on header, finding James. Handball cries. Play on, says the referee. It's Callahan now and Warren. Will be a throw to Wollongong Wolves. Taken by Taylor McDonald. Deep into Sutherland Sharks territory. Goes short. It will be another throw to Wollongong Wolves. Again to be taken by Darcy Madden. 1-2 there. McDonald. Djordjevic there in the tough challenge, but offside. It's the cry by the linesman. Sutherland just plays it back to Evans. Of course, an unfortunate injury, as we touched on pre-game, Anthony Bazanis breaking that arm of his. And speaking to him pre-game, he did say minimum 6 weeks, best case scenario. But it's Thomas James now with a touch over the top. Still Thomas James, but Harry Sutherland comes in and cleans up for the Sharks. Of course, Harry Sutherland coming up from a premiership winning Sutherland Sharks 20s last season. He certainly made a central defensive role in the back four his own this season. Juan Carlos on the far side just forces the throw. Carter. Infringement in the just inside Sutherland defensive half. Look to be taken quickly. It's a Carter now. Looks to swing it in. Looking for James. Headed on by James. Can McDonald keep it in? He can. Still Thomas James with a flick. No one in behind and cleaned up by Mitchell Evans for the home side. They look to play out now. Ball on the left-hand side with Mark Warren. Of course, he has featured in numerous Team of the Weeks this year for the Sharks. Erkan. Blair Brown on the far side. Flick on. Brown now. Juan Carlos on ball now. Far post looking for Morphetus. Can he keep it in? Certainly can. Jordan Morphetus now. McDonald in front of him. The scissors, the shot, the parry by Patfield, the second attempt. Some good pressure there from the home side. Jordan Morphetus, of course, played in that midweek cup victory over Gerringong Breakers, defeating Gerringong by 9-0 they did. Jeremy Cox with the hat-trick. Jordan Morphetus, a brace himself, has seen a start for him. Tonight's fixture, of course, Terry Palapanis does have some injuries to contend with at the moment. Flick on header by McDonald. Warren wins the throw. McDonald in first. Djordjevic plays it back to his keeper. Pressure there. Callahan can't keep it in, so it'll be a Sutherland Sharks throw just inside Wollongong territory. Goes long, Mark Warren down the line. Callahan now for the Wolves. Intercepted by Warren. Morphetus plays it short. The 1-2. Pressed again by Callahan. Morphetus beats Stachevski. Goes to the right, but intercepted nicely by Okada. And the Wolves look to break. Good solid defensive work there by Paddy O'Shea in the centre of the park. Sutherland. Erkan. Clarkson, of course, playing in that role there that Everett did hold last week. It was a like-for-like substitution in that second half. Ball over the top looking for Thomas James. Had a good long look there at the assistant referee. He was onside. Even with his speed, though, probably a little too much for him to do in the end. There's a nice switch of play now by the Sharks. Raoul Benet. Still Raoul Benet. Clarkson. Switch of play, finding the captain. Morphetus goes back to Warren. And they'll start all over again. Erkan. Evans. Just holding their shape at the moment. Wollongong not pressing too much, allowing Sutherland to make their way up towards the halfway. In the Wolves' territory now they go. Clarkson tries to get the ball in behind. Morphetus looking for it short there, so it goes straight through to the keeper in Passfield. The results of the games played earlier here today in the under-18s. It was a victory to Sutherland Sharks by 3-0. And in the under-20s, an end-to-end game in the end resulted in a Wollongong Wolves victory, defeating Sutherland Sharks by 2-1. Djordjevic with the header down. Madden has the Okada down the line. That's where he goes. Great first touch there by Takeru Okada. Solid defensive work there by Erkan, but concedes the foul and the free kick taken quickly by Wolves. Okada now. Tracking back there was Juan Carlos. Handball is the cry, and it will be a free kick to the Sharks just inside their defensive half. Brown back to Erkan. O'Shea looking for Cox in behind. Cut out by Djordjevic. Concedes the throw. Taken by Brown. McCartan just nicks it away there from Brown. Good pressure there by Blair Brown. Does concede the throw though. Knight with the throw. And it will be Knight. And big congratulations to Guy Knight as well as Thomas James for making the Round 7 Ultra Football Team of the Week for their outstanding displays last week. They'll come with the head away. Raul Benet. Free kick. Shoving the back there. Of course, the other game being played tonight at 7 o'clock out at Popondetta. It's Mount Druitt Town Rangers taking on Marconi Stallions. Victory for Marconi will see them move up to second spot on the ladder. Beautiful ball in behind by Warren, but judged fractional offside. Jordan Morphetus. Good vision there, though, by the skipper. Nicholas Kutniak calling you all the action out there at Popondetta. Djordjevic. Knight. All down the line. Madden there, looking for the flick on header. Sutherland nipping in first. Knight gets it taken away from him there, and Sharks look to break now through Jeremy Cox. All alone, so he'll have to go it by himself. Good defending there, staying on his feet, Nick Littler, but does recycle out to Sutherland Sharks through Morphetus now, as McDonald in front. Looks for the cutback. Jordan Morphetus gets it across, dinked inside there, and the touch on. And just like that, Sutherland Sharks will open the scoring. Will Jordan Morphetus there, cut it square. And Juan Carlos nicks in first at the near post and gives the home side the 1-0 lead here at Seymour Shore. Well, Morphetus there just not giving up on the play. Cutting it back futsal style. And Juan Carlos, Johnny on the spot, gets there. And it's Sutherland Sharks who will play from in front here tonight. That goal will certainly get the home fans buoyed. Only their 6th goal of the season. And that is Juan Carlos' 2nd of 2019. No better time to score than against the league leaders, the unbeaten Wollongong Wolves. Warren with a throw. Juan Carlos. Raul Benet. Gets it taken off him by Madden. Djordjevic tries to slide it back through, but defended solidly in that centre of the park by Sutherland. So it's Knight on the far side now. Tries to go through the middle for Madden. Setting the throw, of course. He's the 25 in Brody Clarkson. Knight with the throw. Djordjevic. Erkan has to go back to his keeper in Evans. Brown. Erkan's down injured. Clutching at his ankle, it looks like. So the referee will call on the trainer. Certainly, Terry Palapanis can't do with another injury at the moment. A squad that has quite a few plays out. And Erkan has been in that centre of defence throughout the season. Still down on the ground as we see the trainer make their way across. course, while we have a break in play, big shout out to Taylor McDonald from the Wollongong Wolves, the right back this week. Graduated from University of Wollongong with a bachelor's degree in primary education. We know he's doing some contract work at the moment in 2019. Did finish his course, of course, last week, but did graduate this week. So massive thumbs up to Taylor McDonald. Congratulations, mate, on becoming a teacher officially. My wife's a teacher, so if you need any sort of tips, come and see me. I'll do my best to help you out. Of course, education is paramount. We see so many players having tertiary qualifications in the NPL New South Wales Men's 1 competition. Many run academies, physios, PE teachers. So health and well-being in sport and science is something a lot of the players, nutrition, are big on. Good to see that they're doing something other than football. See Erkan just trying to run it off on the far side. He's Ginger at the moment, but we'll resume play here at Seymour Shaw. Brown in the back of Akata. He gets it first time in the centre of the park to Tosi. Helps it on to Warren. Warren heads it down. Morphetus now. Cuts back inside. Still hold it up though. Warren on the left. In behind for Morphetus. Tosi coming across. Jordan Morphetus cuts in onto his right. Has a shot. Across the face. Just couldn't get the touch on that he needed. Some dangerous signs for Wollongong at the moment. In the back third. Well, we've touched over the week and weeks past that Sutherland Sharks certainly a much better side that some of the results have brought them this year. Been in plenty of games, but just the odd bounce of the ball hasn't gone their way, coupled with injuries. They will be mighty hard to beat tonight from in front, though. Handball, no advantage played, so referee Danaskos picks it up. Will be taken by Djordjevic, finding Littler. Littler has McDonald to his right. Fetus presses, but nice first touch there by Taylor McDonald. Callahan has to go back into the centre of the park. Pressed by Warren, he was. Tosi over the top, looking for runners. Harry Callahan will get in there, but Sutherland gets there first. Harry Sutherland, that is. Morphetus, first time. Raul Benet, given away there. And as Thomas James just falls over the ball at the inopportune time there, Thomas James, but they win it back. They now look to set up their own breakthrough. Blair Brown, long ball forward, looking for Juan Carlos. Guy Knight with the throw on the far side. Djordjevic. James Djordjevic, of course, scored that fabulous goal the other week against Apia Leichhardt Tigers. Actually, it was the run that created the goal for Thomas James. It was. Carter with the corner. Ball in, near post, looking for the flick on. Doesn't get it though. Darcy Madden. Was Taylor McDonald as well there. The Sharks now with the goal kick. Referee makes them take it again. Of course, if you're just joining us, Sutherland Sharks who are leading 1-0. Goal in the 15th minute by Juan Carlos. Set up nicely on the left-hand side by a maze of a run by Jordan Morphetus. Okay, now pressed by Madden. Infringement there. Evans, pressed by James. He finds Sutherland. Khan goes long, looking for Albany. Juan Carlos with a shot, the rasping shot just over the bar. Certainly Wollongong defensive third on notice tonight. Passfield goes short. Clarkson. More fetus. Just doesn't have that first touch. Runs away from him and one back by the Wolves. Through Callahan now. Down the line looking for James. It's a foot race. Climbing all back over Sutherland he was. Gives up the free. Well, Harry Sutherland's certainly keeping a close eye on Thomas James so far tonight. The league's leading scorer, of course, with 10 goals already through 7 games. Fabulous return by the Englishman. Plenty more to come, no doubt. Free kick on Clarkson there. Foul in the back by Djordjevic. No malice in it though. Even though Warren is trying to con the referee to give him a yellow. Long ball forward now by Warren. Not the greatest of execution, but the first time ball over top looking for Cox. Cleared to safety by Djordjevic. Helped on by Knight down the line looking for Madden. No foul play on is the call. Djordjevic with a header. Clarkson in there. As was Albany. The assistant referee has found an infringement on that side, so it'll be a free kick to Wollongong Wolves. Of course, a hello to all the Wolves fans down at the fraternity club, the frat club down in the south coast there. A big haunt this year, the official home away from home for Wolves fans. So welcome into the coverage once again. Callahan tried to nip it away, but just couldn't get the touch in. Evans. Khan looks up. Has Brown down the line. Goes short. Tracking back there is Knight. It's the Sharks. Falls nicely for them. Albany coming back to help out in that middle third. Warren now. More fetus. Once again, sizes up McDonald. Cuts back onto his right. Still going more fetus. Clarkson now. O'Shea. Brown. Good possession football here by Sutherland Sharks. Ball in behind looking for Juan Carlos. There's a foul on Knight though. He'll win the free kick. Passfield will track across to take it. Up over the half. Clarkson with the head down. Only as far as Akata. Callahan As Erkan coming across to defend him. Cuts inside. Still Harry Callahan. Tosi. Pressed there nicely by Morphetus. One back by Djordjevic for the Wolves. Through Knight now. Rolbonnet near him. Goes back to Akata. Djordjevic now. Taylor McDonald inching closer are the Wolves. Thomas James tries to get it across. Nice ball across, but cleared away to safety by Sutherland. The Sharks look to break now through Cox, but nipping in there is Djordjevic. Only as far as Warren, who settles things down for the home side. O'Shea finding Erkan. The greatest of first time touches there from Juan Carlos, but he gets away with it. He's down on the ground at the moment, though. The play on. Sharks in possession through Morphetus. Referee sees an infringement in the back there from McDonald. So he'll now move across and check on the 7 in Juan Carlos. Gotsis here calling all the action out at Seymour Shore tonight. Nice crisp night here in Miranda, which sees the Sharks, the home side, up 1-0 at the moment over the league leaders, Wollongong Wolves. But speaking with Mark Warren, the captain, pre-game, so yeah, a win or two, which gets you right back in the mix. Such is the congestion of the competition. Warren now, ball in, cleared away by Djordjevic. Only as far as Rolbonnet. Back in by Juan Carlos. Cleared by Knight. Juan Carlos there. Gets the ball inside for Cox, looking to turn, staying on his feet. Littler, great challenge there from the central defender. And it's Wolves now through Akata. Brilliant switch of play. Finding Callahan. Djordjevic, Akata, has Brown in front of him, cuts back inside, looking for the ball in, and the header of Darcy Madden. Just a little too much on it. Straight into the arms of Mitchell Evans. Warren, with the greatest of first touches, turns it over to Thomas James. He beats Harry Sutherland, still Thomas James. Goes near post, no one there though. Easy for the Sharks to clean up, but Littler with interception. Tosi. James. Warren in front of him. Coming across to help out is Morphetus. Tries to beat Warren, but does well the skipper. And the Sharks now look to play out. Cox. Littler in his back. Play on. And it's Patrick O'Shea now. Has Juan Carlos in behind. That's where he tries to thread it. Good interception there by Knight, though, for the Wolves. Juan Carlos, Brown. Brown gets it in, looking far post for Morphetus. Safety first there by McDonald. Not a great deal he could have done with it there. So again, more pressure on the visitors. And it will be the 10 in Rolbonnet. Has Morphetus short if he wants to go there, but looks like he's certainly get it back into the mixer. Just drawing out a couple of defenders. Ball in, looking for a header. Flicked on there, cries of handball. Play on. Now it's James, bare bound in front of him. Wins back possession for the Sharks. Good challenge there from the 12. Infringement called on the number 9 for Wollongong. Mark Warren. Morphetus. Good challenge there. Some tough challenges out there at the moment. Stachevski. Tough challenge coming in there from Clarkson. You can just see Wollongong are in for a fight tonight. The Sharks certainly have their tails up at the moment, leading 1-0. Clarkson, Madden, fighting for it in centre park now. Tosi, pulled down, no, says the referee. So the Sharks now through Juan Carlos. First time touch, not the greatest. Djordjevic winning it back for the Wolves. Brown now for Sharks. Mikata trying to isolate him on that far touch line. In the end, he runs out of turf and throwing to the Wolves. Flicked on header there by James, looking for Madden. Cleared to safety though by Sutherland. Raul Benet. Switch of play, looking for more feeders, cut out nicely by McDonald, and the ball over the top. Looking for Madden, but Erkan, aware of the situation, does concede the corner though. See Stachevski making his way across to take this. Djordjevic, Littler, McDonald, far, if that's where they go. Short to Akata. The 1-2, the ball inside the mixer, looking for the... What a goal! Nikola Djordjevic with one of the goals of the season. You couldn't script it. One of the great goals that will be seen. Akin to the goal we saw last year from Burgess for Olympic, Nikola Djordjevic with his second goal of the season. Draws Wollongong level here at Seymour Shore with an audacious attempt there. Well, not much was really looming there. And Nikola Djordjevic with one of the goals of the season to restore parity here. Will be Knight with the throw on the far side. Flick on header. James goes down. Still the Wolves with the ball. Madden. Again, tough challenge on Thomas James. The Sharks now with possession. Nicked away nicely there by Carter though. Madden. Ball over the top. Looking for Callahan. Still James. Cries of handball. No, says the referee. Night goes long. Callahan, flick on. Madden, taken down. It was O'Shea with a challenge. Free kick taken, a card on the left. Brown there, stays on his feet. Concedes the corner to Wollongong. And it will be, once again, James Stachevski to take it for the Wolves. Let's see what we see out of this. Ball into the mixer. Off the crossbar. Again in by James. Cleared away to safety by Sutherland Sharks. Well, the fist there by Evans. Almost costing the home side. And it's Callahan now. Beating one, beating two. Harry Callahan gets the ball in behind for Madden. Will be double teamed, so has to go back to James. McDonald. Has Raul Benet in front of him. Has to go back to Tosi. Gives the ball away. And it's the Sharks now who look to break. McDonald does a lot of track back though. Some tough challenges in there. Referee does pick up the first infringement though. Warren goes short for Cox. Nice turn there by Jeremy Cox. Ralbiner has a shot from distance, not far wide. Good show of strength there by Jeremy Cox, just laying it off for his 10 in Ralbiner. Thought he'd size it up from 20 yards out. Not too far wide from the Spaniard. Goal scoring Djordjevic, ball forward. Ball in the centre of the park now. Callaghan with the header. Sutherland climbing all over James. Play on. Morphetus now. Tries to dick it in behind for Cox. Djordjevic there first. Littler. Of course, Nick Littler. Many years here at Sutherland Sharks. Now finding home down at Wollongong. Ball over the top. Looking for Callaghan. Warren does well. Still Mark Warren. Juan Carlos with a flick on to Cox. Foul in the back on Littler. Game just underway out at Popondetta. Only 6 minutes gone and still Mount Druitt Town Rangers 0. Marconi Stallions 0. We'll keep you abreast of that game tonight. We've got us here calling all the action for you at Seymour Shore, where it's 1-1 between Sutherland Sharks and Wollongong Wolves. O'Shea, Brown, O'Shea, Juan Carlos onto his left, tries to dink it over the top for Albonnet. Chested down by Madden. Look, Wollongong looked to break quickly. Just overcooking it there though. Erkan. For Albonnet. Sutherland. Warren now. Callaghan in front of him, so nips it in behind. First time pass there by Clarkson. Gives up possession, but intercepted again. Tough challenge there by Warren, trying to win it back for the Sharks. Some pressure now. Cries of handball off the chest, says the referee. Probably a little lucky to get away with it, that one, the home side. As you see, Littler just being called out by referee Danaskos. Has had good control of this contest though. The long throw by McDonald into the mixer. Still in the box, not cleared away, but finally does. Only as far as Stachewski. Knight. In behind for Callaghan. Can't control it first time, but it does find its way to Tosi in the end. Wolves look to build again, but the Sharks strong defensively tonight so far in this opening 45 minutes. Thomas James having to come back to get a little more involved. Littler with a switch of play now. Great vision from the central defender. Knight just playing 1-2 football there with the cutter. Djordjevic over the top, looking for Madden. He gets there first, chests it down. Still Darcy Madden for Wollongong Wolves. Isolated there, looking to get across. Headed to safety by Harry Sutherland though. Now they're on Royal Benet. So Sutherland Sharks will just settle things down as we approach half-time here. Just waiting for the fourth official. See if there's any time added on. Ball forward for Mephitis. McDonald nicks the header away. Does fall again to Mephitis. Strong McDonald. Wins the throw there off Warren. Thomas James. Head over the top. Harry Sutherland press there by Callahan, and Carter with a loose first time touch there. Jeremy Cox trying to flick it in behind. Falls nicely for Taylor McDonald. All over the top for James. Pushed off the ball there by Harry Sutherland. Legal, says the referee. Well, in the end, it's picked up. It will be Harry Sutherland. Receives the first yellow card of the evening for the Sharks. That's his third yellow card of the year. Still a couple away from a suspension for those that don't know. It's an automatic suspension after 5 yellow cards. That's only Sutherland's third for the year. The referee just marches back the wall. Djordjevic with the delivery this time for the Wolves. Thomas James near. Some jostling there in the 18-yard box. Referee walks across just to tell the players to keep their hands off themselves. Djordjevic with the delivery. Goes long looking for the header. Hit it away. Callahan with a shot. Blocked there by Cox. Only as far as Tosi. As we see the fourth official indicate there'll be a minimum of 3 minutes of time added on here at Seymour Shore in this first half. Kept in by Warren. Royal Benet wins the throw. To be taken by the skipper. It has been an end-to-end game, this one, in this first half. Sutherland, of course, striking first. Through Juan Carlos. Nikola Djordjevic with one of the goals of the season to restore parity after 35. May well be the half-time score. Things stay the same. McDonald now with a throw down the line looking for James. Sutherland in his pocket. He'll have to be careful, Harry Sutherland, on the yellow now. We'll give James much more room in the second half. Challenge there on Warren, who referee just looking to consult with his assistant referee. It will be a yellow card though. Wily skipper in Warren, just thinking he may get away with that, but referee Danaskos calls him back, says it is your yellow card, Mark Warren. That's his fourth of the season, so his next yellow card will see him miss a game. As time winds down this back end of the first half. Maybe the last opportunity for either side to create something. Once again, it will be Djordjevic with the free kick. Dangerous position for the Sharks to defend here. They'll need to be on song to keep the Wolves at bay. Djordjevic with a delivery. In looking far post ball. Headed to safety by Sutherland. And it's the Sharks now who can break through Morphetus. Going towards Tosi. Jordan Morphetus. Waiting for support to come. Has Cox far post. Oh, the delivery's not there. Jeremy Cox was all free. On his own, lonesome. It's just the execution letting Jordan Morphetus down there. A great opportunity on the counter for the Sharks to take a 2-1 lead into the sheds. Justin Fastfield in no hurry here to wind the clock down. Well, they have looked great on the counter tonight. Sutherland Sharks almost nearly pinching another there. Warren. McDonald strong. Clarkson kicks it into the neighbouring suburb. McDonald down the line now. Warren once again strong on the left for the Sharks. And that's all. Referee Tim Danasko says that's enough for the first half, lads. What a half it's been. Wollongong Wolves taking the lead in the 10th minute. That Maisie run through Jordan Morphetus. Teed it up, nicking it in. There at the near post was Juan Carlos. And then restoring parity, Nikola Djordjevic with an audacious flick into the back of the net. Similar to what we saw last year with Max Burgess. What was the goal of the season? But at half-time here at Seymour Shore, it's Sutherland Sharks 1, Wollongong Wolves 1. We'll take a short break and be back for all the action in the second half here from Miranda.
I just prefer to stand and move. I haven't called here before. I've called other guys. I've never called at Seymour.
If you set out, we'll stand in front of you, then you can't commentate.
No, that's all right. I was just getting used to
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Seymour Shaw. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Seymour Shaw for the commencement of the second half. Half-time score here. Sutherland Sharks 1, Wollongong Wolves 1. Juan Carlos scoring for the home side in the 15th minute. The reply coming in the 35th from Djordjevic. You get a chance to check that goal out. Please do so. It'll certainly go down as perhaps one of the goals of the season. There have been some fabulous goals though this year. The bar has been raised in the 2019 season. Some fabulous players on show. Of course, all games live on the NPL New South Wales Facebook page, as well as Football New South Wales YouTube. So be sure to like and share the streams, the highlights that come out, all the match reports, etc. on the various channels. And it is Sutherland Sharks who get things underway in the second half. In the Sky Blues, they'll be running from left to right, whilst Wollongong Wolves will be running from right to left on your screen. Evans, long ball forward. Cox with the header, looking for Mafidis. McDonald down the line though. In there first. And it's Mafidis now on the left-hand side, gets the ball inside. Cut out nicely though by Passfield, had to be aware, Justin Passfield. And it's the Wolves now through Thomas James. Solid tackle by Erkan. Only as far as Djordjevic. Back to James now. Has Blair Brown in front of him, goes around him. Erkan again with a tackle. Great defending there from the central defender. And it will be the Wolves to have the first corner of the second half. James Djordjevic, of course, the exponent for the Wolves for many of their set pieces. Ball in now, far post ball, looking for the header. Beats everybody. And Jeremy Cox just lets it go out for a Sutherland goal kick. Updated score from Popondetta, half an hour gone, and perhaps an upset in the offing there. Mount Druitt Town Rangers 2 leading Marconi Stallions 1. Marconi taking the lead in the 17th minute, but a quick reply from Mount Druitt with goals in the 27th and 29th minute there. So it's Mount Druitt Town Rangers 2-1 up at the moment at Popondetta. Nicholas Kutniak calling that one for you tonight. Brown just can't get it under control there first time. Might make sure of it. Onto the roof it goes. And down it comes. Brown with the throw. Beautiful first time pass there by Juan Carlos. Okada comes in and blocks it. Another throw to the Sharks. Taken quickly. Djordjevic in there first. Brown again with the throw. Juan Carlos. Roll Benet. Juan Carlos again looking to play the 1-2 there. Finally cleared to safety by Djordjevic for the Wolves. Sutherland there. Well, we need to be careful, Harry Sutherland, already on a yellow card. Referee Danaskos certainly aware of that. Steps to there, but Okada wins it back. Foul on James. So we see Djordjevic and Littler make their way up to the edge of the 18. Just the one man in the wall. That being Roll Benet. Djordjevic though, with the delivery in. Near post he goes. Cleared away by Brown, but does find its way to James. Tees it up. Guy Knight there with a left foot snap. Certainly see this game open up more in the second half. It was end-to-end in the first half. Fatigue will play a part in this back end of the game. Warren with the throw. Sutherland looks to switch it now, finding Urquhart. As Brown on the touchline, goes back to where he came from. Long ball forward, looking for Mafidis. Into the back of McDonald, making play at it. In the end, good show of strength from the right back for Wollongong. Sees it out for a goal kick. Again, the Sharks cutting off the short ball out. So once again, Justin Passfield will go long. Aim it towards Guy Knight. Looking for the flick on from Knight. Beats both he and Juan Carlos, but in the end, Juan Carlos just corrals it down the line. Djordjevic there first. Knight with a header. Akata. Juan Carlos. Djordjevic there fighting hard, but it's the Sharks. No advantage played. Urquhart with the free kick. Warren is free on the left, all by himself if Urquhart can get the delivery there. He may just go short. Benet. Nice turn there from the number 10. Tracking back to Djordjevic. Goes to Juan Carlos. Falling to the centre of the park. It's won by Madden. Sets it up for James now. Double team though. Coming out to help out Blair Brown, standing up on his feet. Urquhart concedes the throw. Knight down the line. Once again for James. Can't control it. Under pressure there from Urquhart he was. And it's Cox now for the Sharks. Benet. Djordjevic coming across. Does win it for the Wolves though. Some silky skill there from the central defender. The long ball forward once again. Evans clears it to safety. Tosi. Akata. Just can't control it. The ball beats him over the sideline. Cox with the flick over the top. Jeremy Cox now going towards the 18-yard box. Cuts in onto his right. Jeremy Cox claiming for a penalty. And referee Danaskos points to the spot. Taken down there by Nikola Djordjevic. And no hesitation there from the referee. And Djordjevic gets the yellow as well. Well, a great run there by Jeremy Cox. Wins the penalty for the home side. And they can restore that lead once again here at Seymour Shaw. Benet will be the man to step up for the home side. Passfield will need to retreat back to his goal line, or he may find himself in the book as well. It will be Benet for the Sharks. He steps up. Patchfield in front of him. Sends him the wrong way. And Benet with his first goal of the season for the Sutherland Sharks restores the lead for the home side. And it's Sutherland Sharks back out in front now 2 leading Wollongong Wolves 1. Well, they certainly have been great value tonight, the home side. As we see a substitution now for the Wolves. Coming off number 11, Takeru Okada. And he's replaced by Jordan Nikolovsky. Play back underway here at Seymour Shaw. If you're tuning in, it is Sutherland Sharks 2 leading Wollongong Wolves 1. And an opportunity now through Juan Carlos. Raul Benet with a shot at the far post and almost gets it in. Bottom corner. Well, all Justin Patchell could do and watch from afar. And luckily for him, he just missed the spot. Passfield goes long. See a changing formation, perhaps. McDonald on the far side with a throw. Djordjevic. Again, a Wollongong throw. Callahan nicks in behind. Fighting Madden. Tees it up for James. Good block there from Blair Brown. But still not out of danger. Brown does come back and fabulous defending from the right back to clean up. Tosi. Knight tries to get it in behind, but again. And the Sharks can break for one more time. Cox holds it up. To his left is Morphetus. That's where he goes. There's Juan Carlos on the inside, overlapping is Warren. Morphetus cuts inside. Good challenge there, though, from Djordjevic. And the header back to the keeper. Brown. Well, Sutherland have been unlucky in some games this year, but he's fortunate on their side tonight. At the moment it is, leading 2-1. Will Gotts is calling all the action for you here at Seymour Shaw tonight. And Nicholas Kutniak out at Popondetta, calling that one for you. Mount Druitt Town Rangers up against Marconi Stallions. That game 40 minutes in, still Mount Druitt Town Rangers leading Marconi Stallions by 2-1. Such is the closeness of this competition. You really need to turn up every night. We say it every week, every game. A couple of wins on the spin gets you right in towards that mix, that top 5 mix at the moment. Wollongong with a little bit of a break, but quite a congested ladder behind them. Marconi, of course, with the opportunity to leapfrog Apia tonight, should they win that game out at Popondetta Park. Of course, the game played earlier today, the 1 o'clock kickoff game at Lambert Park. It was Sydney United 58 with their second win on the bounce after that 5-0 loss a couple of weeks ago to Marconi in the derby, defeating Sydney FC 1. As we see the play back underway here at Seymour Shaw. And at the moment, the way things are, Sydney United are in 3rd spot on the ladder. O'Shea, calm under pressure, goes back to Warren. Not the greatest of headers there by Littler, but Wolves now through Callahan. Ball over the top for Djordjevic. Gets in there first, nips it. No advantage played. Referee Danasco says there's no infringement neither. And it will be a Sharks throw on the far side. course, the other game's coming up tomorrow at Blacktown. Blacktown City taking on Rockdale City Suns. And Manly United over at Cromer Park hosting Hakawa City East. So that'll be Tony Salerno out at Blacktown. And at Cromer Park, Nate Patrick calling all the action for you. As is every game, live streamed throughout 2019 through the NPL New South Wales Facebook page and Football New South Wales YouTube, as we see Quinton Cheng on the sideline, just ready to come on for the home side. Just keep an eye on that substitution to take place in a couple of moments' time. Callahan now. Still Harry Callahan cuts inside on the edge of the box. Well, fortuitous there for the home side. Another yard forward and it would have been a penalty. See the substitution to take place now. It'll be Jordan Milfitas who comes off. And Quinton Cheng making his way on. Picked up an injury, young Jordan Milfitas, of course. Had a big hand in that first goal of the night for the Sutherland Sharks. Twisting and turning with that mazy run, teeing it up for Juan Carlos to give the home side the lead. And the fans give him a rousing reception here at Seymour Shaw. Referee just looking to get the defensive ball back the 10 yards. He's happy with it. So it'll be Thomas James to fire it in. Thomas James for the Wolves. Goes himself, looking for the top corner. And what a save it was by Mitchell Evans. Where the Spiders live. Tip it over the top and concedes the corner to the visitors. What a great strike by the league's leading scorer. The strike is only as good as the save, though. Delivery in. Far post. Looking for the head. Beats everybody. Can Djordjevic keep it in? Goes back to Tosi now. We'll get it back into the mixer. Cheng with his involvement since coming on with the block. Ball back inside for Madden. Herkan with the clearance. Helped on by Cox up over the halfway line. Littler now. Will step on it. James all on his own on this left-hand side. Has Brown in front of him. Cuts inside Thomas James, still going. Looking for support. Finds it in Tosi over the top. Nikolovsky now keeps it in, squares it up, looking for the volley. And Harry Callahan, if you don't mind, almost put it away. Well, an audacious attempt there from the 14. And what a great ball in it was by Nikolovsky. Well, this game's certainly come to life in the second half. We had an end-to-end first half, but you can see the Wolves really chasing this one now, trailing 2-1. Geez, it sets it up for a grandstand finish. Warren, nice first touch, gets it down on the deck. Callahan there. Juan Carlos fighting, twisting and turning. The audacious back heel. Warren goes back to him. First time ball in. Djordjevic falls nicely for Cheng. Gets it down onto the deck. Just can't get it out in front of him. Was an opportunity there for Quinton Cheng. Callahan. Sutherland in front of him. Cleaning up was Clarkson for the Sharks. Flick on header. Herkan, not with the greatest of clearances. A follow-up shot. Falls nicely, though, for Knight. Thomas James. Brown forcing him back. Good defending there. Knight. Djordjevic. Over the top now. Blair Brown with the head down. Clarkson. Chang. Brown. Cox holding it up. Djordjevic in his back. Just saw Lachlan Scott walking past. Of course, popping an elbow to the face last week. Had surgery during the week. I'll come back to you in a second. Chang now looks to cut it back into the path of Cox. And the ball's recycled now through Clarkson. Warren on the left. Mark Warren may have a shot from distance. That's what he does. Blocked by Littler. And Littler goes down the line now for Madden. Clarkson in his back. Throw on. Effect now from the Wolves. Ball over the top. The 1-2. Into the path of Madden. Still going Darcy Madden. Oh, what a timely interception there. And again, the block. And the corner. Referee time off at the moment. There is a Sutherland player on the deck on the far side. And it does look like it's the skipper in Mark Warren. Of course, next week we're heading to round 9 of the NPL New South Wales Men's 1 competition on Saturday. We see Mount Druitt Town Rangers at home. Will be the destination of Sutherland Sharks. That's a 7 p.m. kickoff. Also on Saturday, Marconi in a big blockbuster out there hosting Sydney Olympic, last year's champions, against one of the big front runners this year in Marconi. A Lambert Parker game I'll be calling. Sydney FC taking on Apia Leichhardt Tigers. And on Sunday, we have Wollongong Wolves at home up against Blacktown City. The 4:30 game, Rockdale City Suns taking on Manly United. And from 5 p.m, Sydney United 58 FC taking on Hakawa Sydney City East. So no rest for these teams. Of course, many playing FFA Cup games as well. See Quivi Fowler on the sideline now, just speaking to Terry Palapanis. He may be the next substitution for the home side. Delivery in. Foul there, like on McDonald, so we will see the second substitution of the night. So Mark Warren will go off, succumbing to injury, and he'll be replaced by Quivi Fowler. McDonald with the head forward, looking for James. Just pulling up a little ginger there, Thomas James. We'll just see how he moves in the next couple of minutes. Tosi in the centre of the park, heads it down. Nikolovsky there to take the throw. Leaves it though for McDonald. Tosi. McDonald, press there, so has to go all the way back to Passfield. Passfield over the top for Callahan. Play on. Ball forward from Erkan. McDonald with a header. Nikolovsky now. And he gets it forward for Callahan. Straight into the arms of Evans though, and he rolls it quickly. Good distribution from the goalkeeper. Looking for Cheng over the top, but cut out by Knight. Djordjevic gives it away in the centre of the park, headed down by O'Shea. Clarkson. Ball inside the mix. Littler with a clearance, only as far as O'Shea. So they'll go again, the Sharks. Fowler. Chinking into the middle of the park. Callahan with a great turn. Harry Callahan. Still going, Harry Callahan. Up towards the 18-yard box. Taken down by Erkan. And Tariq Erkan will find his name in the book of referee Danaskos. That is the third yellow card of the night for the home side. Thomas James, we saw what he did before. Evans was up for the save. Will he go again? Or will he float one in? Fans just James now with a shot, goes again for that post, and he goes, yes it is, off the post, the follow-up, and if it didn't go in from Thomas James, it certainly went in from Taylor McDonald, and it's Wollongong Wolves who restore parity here at Seymour Shore, and it's 2-2. Well, Thomas James once again over the wall, finding the post, and it looked like it was tucked away off the line by Taylor McDonald. Wait for confirmation, but that would be Taylor McDonald's first goal of the season for the Wolves, the right back. And what a time for him to get onto the score sheet. Roll Benet there, finding Fowler. Tries to get inside for Cox. Ball in, cleared out by Littler. Clarkson there, takes down Callahan. Well, without the opportunity to see the replay of that second goal, certainly crediting it to Taylor McDonald. It did look like it was on the line. Khan there has to play it safe and concede the corner. Well, we said this game had a grandstand finish, and this is what we're going to get tonight here at Seymour Shore. The delivery in. Looking for the header. McDonald with a header. Doesn't get enough on it. Falls for James though. They get it in. The flick on header. So near once again. And we see another Wolves substitution. And it will be Stefan Demoski coming on for the visitors. And Darcy Madden coming off. Knight. Tosi with a header forward. Blair Brown looks to get it down under pressure. So has to just help it down the line. Ball inside looking for Raul Benet. Quivi Fowler now has McDonald in front of him. Quivi Fowler still going. First time ball in looking for Cox. Deflected Straight into the arms of Passfield, and he'll release quickly. Finding Nikoloski, but good pressure there from Brown. Helping it back forward. Just on a quarter of an hour to go here at Seymour Shore. Sutherland Sharks 2, Wollongong Wolves 2. Can either side break the deadlock? His final 15. Tosi gets there first, pressed by Raul Bonet. Passfield, not with the greatest of clearances. Lucky for him, the first touch there from O'Shea. Straight back to Wollongong and the ball over the top. Finding James. Erkan in front of it, squares it up. Blocked. Cleared away to safety there from Patty O'Shea. Tosi wins it back in the centre of the park, and it's Littler now. Nikoloski. The ball in. Just needed a touch there from Harry Callahan. Threw his body at it. So very near for the Wolves. This game certainly had it all tonight. Will got us here calling all the action. It's been a pleasure calling this one for you. Two sides going at it. Fabulous entertainment in the NPL New South Wales Men's One competition here tonight. Callahan with a good turn. Ball over the top. Looking for the 13, but out comes the keeper in Evans. Gets there first. Ball does recycle out to Tosi though, and they'll go again. McDonald now settles it down. Ball over the top, looking for Demoski. Erkan with a header. Cleared away by O'Shea. The flick on by Tosi. Callahan with another great turn. Still going, Harry Callahan. Has O'Shea there in the vicinity. Squares it up, looking for a runner. Can't find one. And cleared to safety by Clarkson. Finding Fowler on the far side. McDonald, Fowler. McDonald wins out, but the referee says there's an infringement and calls it back. The ball in, long, looking for Cheng. Callahan with the head on. O'Shea has a shot from distance. Finds a block though. Was off his own player. In Raul Bonet. Throw taken quickly by Knight. Callahan. Tracking back, winning it. For the Sharks, Blair Brown once again strong. Cox heads it down for Raul Bonet. Has Fowler on the far side. Just can't get the execution right. Intercepted by McDonald, but concedes the throw though. Juan Carlos with a quick throw. Evans. Erkan. Pressing there. Demoski. So they switch the play now to the left-hand side. Once again, it's Quivi Fowler. Cutting inside, has runners. A good challenge by Nikoloski. And McDonald down the line. The chest down by James, looking for a runner. Tracking back. Patrick O'Shea, well done to you. Sutherland. McDonald with the forcings back header there. Deep into the pocket. Evans with a quick goal kick. Blair Brown doing well to keep it in there though. Raul Bonet, not with the greatest first touch, but maintains possession for the home side. O'Shea now. Looks to move the ball over to the left. And it's through Juan Carlos now. Has Fowler there. McDonald cuts it out, keeps it in. Littler. Foul on Nikolowski there by Juan Carlos. Brown. Knight doing well. Standing strong there though, Guy Knight, of course. We touched on earlier in last week's Team of the Week. In that defensive role of his. Callahan, first time, can't get it down, but does fall nicely for Demoski. The deflection does see Sutherland with the throw. Some gamesmanship here at Seymour Shore on both sides tonight. What a game it's been though. Still not finished. Ball over the top for Cox. Djordjevic gets there first with the header. Can he keep it in? No, he can't, says the assistant referee. Another Sutherland Sharks throw again. An opportunity to put some more pressure in that front third of theirs. On the defensive third of Wollongong Wolves. Cheng now. Knight in his back. Blair there. Brown to help out, but it's Callahan. There's some defensive duties there, Harry Callahan, but it's Blair Brown with the throw. Finds Raul Benet. O'Shea, Chang. Looking for the return pass is O'Shea, but offside. Says the assistant referee. Back it goes. Ball forward now for McDonald. Juan Carlos on the far side. Nicks it away. Heading towards the 18-yard box. Ball in behind looking for Cox, but what an interception there by Djordjevic. Cox was one-on-one there with Passfield. And it's now the Wolves' turn to break into the half of the Sharks. Over the top now. Finding Demoski. Erkan holds him up. So he has to go to James. Squares it up now for Stachevski. The ball over the top. Clarkson helps it on its way, concedes the corner to Wollongong. Stachevski will take this corner for the Wolves. Can the Sharks keep them at bay? That will be the question asked of them now. Stachevski with the delivery in. Goes into the mixer. The flick on header. Another corner. To the league leaders. Of course, attempting to remain unbeaten tonight through 8 rounds. Sutherland looking to claim their first 3 points since the opening round of the season against Olympic. Ball in by Stachevski. Far post ball looking for the header. Beats everybody in the first time. Volley there by Djordjevic it was. Almost getting his second of the night. Throwing themselves at the ball though. Sutherland defence. They have been great value tonight. Another corner, more pressure for the home side. Ball in, near post. Headed away. Callahan with the shot in. Not much power on it, repelled by the Sharks, and they'll start again, the Wolves. Tosi can't find its mark though. Ball forward, looking for Quivi Fowler, who puts some pressure on Djordjevic. So Djordjevic just helps it down the line. Juan Carlos there, conceding the throw on the far side. McDonald now with the throw. Clarkson there, one of them finally helped on its way by Juan Carlos. Another throw. Great desperation from the home side. Throw taken by McDonald. Littler gets there first. Still Littler, switch of play, finding James. Brown in front of him. Thomas James gets it in. Not the greatest of deliveries from the Englishman, only as far as Knight. So he'll go back to James, who once again will have a play at Blair Brown. Waits for him to commit. Stands solid, the right defender. What a game he's had, Blair Brown. We've seen through the opening 7 rounds how hard it is to defend Thomas James, but he's been fabulous tonight, Blair Brown, when he's been asked to man up against him. Knight with a header. Callahan. Demoski cleared away by O'Shea. Littler with a header forward. Callahan gets there. Ahead of Cheng. Knight down the line. Finding Demoski. He holds it up. Looking for support. Finds it in Callahan. Tries to jink through, but can't do so. Brown again. Cox with the ball forward for Cheng. Far post ball is Quivi Fowler if he can get there, but Guy Knight gets there in the nick of time. And now it's the turn of the Wolves to counter. Through Demoski, switch of play. Looking for James. Juan Carlos there, holding him up. As they come back infield. Again, good defensive work on the left by Juan Carlos. Nikolowski going up towards the 18-yard box, goes down. Referee says free kick. As we enter the last couple of minutes of regulation time here at Seymour Shaw, another opportune side time once again for the visitors to strike. See Mateo Polyak just waiting to come on the sideline for Sutherland Sharks. He's getting his final instructions. Thomas James sizing this one up. Stachewski just in front of the wall. Creating a nuisance of himself. It will be Thomas James. The Englishman steps up. Far post ball looking for the header. In the end, overcooking it though. And we see the third substitution for the home side. And it will be Mateo Polyak coming on. He'll replace Brodie Clarkson for these final few moments of the game. Well, a good shift from Brodie Clarkson tonight. Of course, coming into the starting lineup for Lachlan Everett. And he's done his coach, Terry Palapanis, and his fans proud tonight with that effort. Evans forward. Cox in the mix. Cheng gets there. Tosi fights hard with him. Still in play. Knight down the line. The follow-up header from O'Shea. Strong there, Sutherland. So too is Demoski. Switch of play now. Finds James. He looks to run at Juan Carlos. Holds him up well, Juan Carlos. We're made to do a little bit more defensive duties than what he normally do tonight, Juan Carlos, especially in the second half. Has held his own on that far side though. Quivi Fowler now up towards the halfway line. Knight gets in there first. Callahan. James on his bike now. Once again, Juan Carlos in front of him. Goes far post ball looking for the header. And it's Demoski who holds it up now. As Nikolowski in the vicinity. Goes to Callahan. His first touch lets him down, and it's Raoul Benet who loses out to Callaghan. So good defensive duties there from Callaghan. Ball into the box for James. Looking to step up Sutherland. Sutherland just pushing over towards the far corner. And it's the Sharks now, over the top. Looking for Cox. Littler gets there first though. We'll see the fourth official on the sideline. We'll see how many minutes. Cries of handball, play on, says the referee, and it's Demoski now. Brown helps out again. So you see the fourth official about to raise his semaphore. It does look like there will be 5 minutes of additional time here at Seymour Shore. And that's what we see, 5 minutes. Ball into the box, the flick on header. Cleared away. Raoul Benet now taken down. And the clumsy challenge by Tosi. He'll find himself in the book. Ben Tosi. It's only his second yellow card of the year, Ben Tosi. Not a lot of options forward for Erkan, so he'll just go down the line. Looking for Cheng. Asking him to do a lot of work there, but Cheng forces the corner. Sorry, the throw. It will be Passfield to hurry things up for the Wolves. A good header forward there by Juan Carlos. McDonald on the far side will take the throw. Only about 2.5 minutes of time added on left here at Seymour Shore. Can either side steal the points? Evans goes long. Looking for Fowler there, but Sutherland with the follow-up header. Tosi gets it down. Helped on its way forward, looking for Thomas James. Play on, says the referee. Erkan there with a half clearance. Still fighting Thomas James. Good defensive work there by Patrick O'Shea. And can the Sharks mount an attack now? Nikoloski. Sutherland in front of him. Goes to go inside. Again, some nice trailing defensive work there by Juan Carlos. Sees the ball up towards the halfway line now. Djordjevic gets it down, but falls kindly for the Sharks. Sheng looks to put some pressure on Knight. Still going. And it'll be Jeremy Cox now. Doesn't have a great deal of options. Goes square. Finding Raoul Benet. Polyak, Chang. Can he get the ball in behind? That's where he tried to corral it in. Looking for Raoul Benet. But it's the Wolves now. An opportunity to break once again. Turned over in the centre of the park. Quivi Fowler looking for Raoul Benet. Gets it down. Turning as a shot there, but not equally up to the defensive duties of the Wolves. Concedes the throw. Into the final minute of time added on here. Referee Danaskos just looking at his watch. Maybe the last opportunity for the Sharks tonight. Cheng with the throw. Polyak. Brown, he'll swing it in. Far post looking for the runners. Nowhere near. Fowler though. Headed away by McDonald. And it's Nikoloski now for Wollongong. McDonald Bombs forward. Juan Carlos. Finally cleared away by Erkan for the Sharks. One last raid now. And it's Cheng now for the Sharks. Play on, says the referee. Jeremy Cox up towards the 18-yard box. Cuts it back for Polyak. He may have a strike. Inside the box, Mateo Polyak. Cleared to safety by Knight. Up towards the halfway line. Flicked on by Thomas James. Offside, says the assistant referee. Just coming back from an offside position there. That may be the last play of the game. Stanaskos, referee, looks at his watch. It is very close to full time. And that is indeed, ladies and gentlemen, full time here at Seymour Shaw. What a game it's been in the end. Probably a great result for both sides. You had opportunities to win it. Sutherland Sharks came to play today as they have most of the season. Luck has averted them on occasion, but today they were great in their 2-2 draw up against the league leaders. Goals tonight for Sutherland Sharks, of course, scored by Juan Carlos. And Raul Benet from the penalty spot was their second goal scorer tonight. Nikola Djordjevic with that fabulous flick on, giving them their first goal. The second goal, of course, tucked away from short range from Taylor McDonald off that superb free kick from Thomas James. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, Will Gotts is here. Thank you for joining us tonight in the live stream game. Of course, the game's still underway out at Popondetta. Mount Druitt Town Rangers up against Marconi Stallions. Of course, there are games again available tomorrow. Just make sure you keep an eye out for those games on the NPL New South Wales Facebook page and Football New South Wales YouTube pages. But out here at Seymour Shaw, a game that ebbed and flowed. In the end, nothing could separate both sides. Sutherland Sharks 2, Wollongong Wolves 2. I'm Will Gotts. Thanks for joining us. Thank you and good night.